Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our second SecTalks signature session in Sydney. This month we had two sessions. This is the second one, and it will be a ninja night. Today, Steph and I, we will be your online host for this session. So, Steph, you can say hi now.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Steph will shortly we'll go through what Ninja Night is, and if you want to play a game, you will find out how you can play the game if you haven't registered yet. Before that, I just want to do a quick welcome for whoever joined us first time at SecTalks. So SecTalks is a technical infosec community run by volunteers, and it's not for profit. Since the start of the SecTalks in 2013, we had the mantra of no BS, and meaning we as an organizer, we strive to keep the low quality content, sales talks and vendor pitch out from SecTalks. And with the help of our supporters and you guys who are attending us, CTF creators and presenters, so far, we managed to do that and expanding SecTalks to a lot of cities in Australia and overseas. I will just let Steph to go through the what's and whys of Ninja Night, and then I will come back to talk a little bit more about how we're gonna run the session today.
Yeah, hi. So as far as I know, this is the first online Ninja Night we've ever run. So let's see how that goes. This is an event that puts your knowledge into practice within info security, and it's based around a capture a flag competition. And it's all about having fun and learning pretty much. I'll go a bit more in depth on what the CTF is, but it's meant to be for everyone. Everyone starting out as well. So this is a good introduction if you haven't played any CTFs before either. But first, I'm going to thank our sponsors, PwC, SecDim, Google, and Atlassian. They've been helping out, making sure we can run these events. So yeah, we've done a bit of a quick introduction. I'll go through a bit more. We have one alternative solution to last month's CTF that we'll be presenting. We will also work on team registration and then later start the CTF. And while we're running the CTF, we'll provide hints and guidance, and you can ask questions using all our wonderful streaming platforms. And towards the end, we'll pick or announce any potential winners. And some of these last steps are more for an in-person event, but feel free to modify that for the online event. So what is a CTF? It's a computer security challenge. We typically have a program or some kind of system that has an intentional weakness. And the objective for you is to identify and exploit this weakness to find a flag. The flag can be in many formats. It can be a file, it can be a record in a database, it can be an environment variable, or something else. But typically what you're looking for is something in the format that you can see on the screen, SecTalks, squiggly bracket, XYZ, where XYZ is the value. Or if it's in a unique format, that would be described in the challenge description. And to facilitate for these challenges, we have a CTF dashboard. This is where you register, you sign up. This is where you compete with your team and you submit your answers and you read the challenges. They're typically sorted by category as well to describe what kind of security category they fall within. and typically the point indicates the difficulty as well. So yeah, we'll show you some instructions on how to set this up, and you'll have plenty of time to set this up later. So if you haven't already joined the team, please go to the ctf.syd.sectalks.org. That's the CTF platform, and register. If you'd like us to create a team for you, there should be a form. This link on the screen here, you can go to that and fill this out, and we'll put you on a team. Otherwise, there should be a link to the same form in the meetup page. That way we can put you on teams if you're looking for teammates. It's a good way to get to know new people, and I strongly encourage that. So we try to make the teams random or pre-selected, mostly so we can rotate the team members and essentially distribute the knowledge and wisdom across all teams. If you have signed up before, like use this form prior to today, which you should have received an email with your new team and team credentials. And otherwise, this is the steps for setting up a team. So you have to agree on a team password and a team name, and then share that with the other players on the team. There also keep in mind that only one person from each team can create a team. Otherwise, you'll end up on two separate teams. If you do have any issues, hit us up and we'll message you and work it out. And yeah, once the challenge starts, all the challenges will be open, or in this case, we'll possibly release other challenges depending on how people go. If everyone finishes all the available challenges, we have a few in backup. And yeah, this is sort of the structure for it. We will have a timer. This is what we'll aim to have on the live stream. And the game will last for 60 minutes. And the first person who solves the challenge will be the winner. And if you do win, you'll be invited to present your solution and also create the challenge for next time. And also like a heads up and make it a bit more welcoming for everyone. If you do think some of these challenges are super easy, please don't submit the flag, but give someone else the chance. I think that's a fair way for everyone to play. So also these are the rules, and going back to the previous slide, don't take it as a competition. It's more for fun and for learning. So if you feel that these things are super easy, it's a good chance for you to mentor your other team members and sort of help them get better at CTFs as well. The game lasts for 60 minutes. We will give hints if necessary, and we will give these officially, probably on the CTF platform, but also in live here on the stream and also in the Slack, perhaps other places as well, Pedram.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, cool. We'll get back to that. Yeah, we've tried to set up the teams to pair experienced with beginners. So please play fairly and help others. And also, you shouldn't attack any files or like mess with the system or take down the infrastructure. There shouldn't be anything that you should solve that way, not in tonight's session at least, and probably not in the future either. We do have a link with these rules outlined at ctf.syd.sectalks.org/rules as well, if you'd like to familiarize yourself with them. And yeah, this is a slide for our in-person event where we typically go after the event, but instead feel free to hang out in the SecTalks Slack channel and discuss things there. And if you do have questions with the organizers, right now is Pedram PI3 and myself, Steph, or I don't. The others are available on the Slack. And good question. Here is all the ways you can stay connected. So today we'll be using the CTF dashboard, ctf.syd.sectalks.org. We'll be using the Slack. I encourage everyone to be there, which is sectalks.slack.com. And the player registration form, if you'd like us to pair yourself up with other teams, like us to pair you up with other teams, go to bit.ly/CTF register, and we'll sort that out for you. If you do have a question or you need an invitation to the Slack, please use the Sydney@sectalks.org, and we'll get you an invitation to that. Pedram?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So since this is the first time we are running it remotely, please do bear with us. There might be some stuff that we need to figure out a way for it just on the spot. Now, if you have any questions or comments or things you want to share with us, you can use the YouTube live chat or you can post it on the Slack. Slack is sectalks.slack.com. These are for the people who are already joined there. So put your questions there. We have already registered 3 teams, the people who have filled up that player registration form. If you're looking for the link is in the meetup page. Just go to the meetup.com/SecTalks, and the first event you see there is a link to this form. Just please do that between now until the end of the presentation for the solution of the CTF that we are going to have. And then we're going to have a pause for 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to assign you a team. This is only for people who do not have a team and want us to do the teaming for them. If you already have a team or if you know who you want to play with, just go directly to the ctf.syd.sectalks.org. I know it's a bit confusing. So if you have a team, or if you know what team you want to register, or if you want to play solo, whatever, go directly to the ctf.syd.sectalks.org. Just continue there. But if you want us to randomly assign you a team or team you up with the other people, please fill up that form. The link of that form is in the meetup.com/SecTalks. For the teams that we have already generated, these are the people who have already filled up the form. We selected 1 person from each team as a team lead. If you have any questions around your team password or your team password doesn't work, please email the person directly. If you cannot reach out to the person, just let us know and we will sort that out. The other thing you may want to do it, since again we are doing this live, please go ahead and create a private channel or chat room and have all your team members there. So by the time the game starts, you can keep in touch with your other team members. As Steph mentioned, the idea is not to play solo. The idea is to play in team and help each other out. Okay, so I guess that is for now. If you guys have any questions, please post it. Otherwise, we can continue with the CTF solutions, the presenters. Steph, do you want to do an introduction or we just directly bring them up?
Yes, so our first presenter will be David, which was the first person who come up with an alternative solution to last month's CTF, and this is what they'll be presenting. So yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, David, you're up here.
Yep. Okay. So for the solution of last month's challenge, in the official solution, one of the first steps you were supposed to do is get the source code running on the application, right? So you did that by creating one of those apps, causing an error, and then scrolling down all the way to the bottom, downloading the source code from there. So this, what we can see here, is one of those files that we downloaded. So this is part of the source code from the challenge. So what we can see here is one of the routes /flag, and that's part of the official solution. Now in here we can see, how it's supposed to work, and then at the end here, this is where the normal solution would give you the flag. So based on this, we can see, oh, the flag is stored in an environment variable based on this call. Now, if we would try to make our own app that just tries to do exactly this, if we just said print, hey, this, then that wouldn't work, because in our own app, it wouldn't know what OS means. You'd have to first import it, but because of the sandbox restrictions, we can't do that. So unfortunately, that's the quick and easy solution doesn't work. But what we can do is we can read files. And as we all know, on Unix, everything is a file. So if you know where, you can actually read the environment variables from a file. And that's kind of the solution that I did. So if we know that in the /proc folder, we can find the environment variables for every process, then we can just go and read the environment variable, and in one of them, there will be our flag. So that's basically the solution I had. So this is the clean Python code for the solution. Here you can see we're making a path /proc/ and then a number /environment. Then we're making an empty string. We're reading from our file. This is just here so that if the reading doesn't work, we just skip to the next process. And then if we were able to read it and it has CTF in it, it'll try to print it and then break out of the loop. So the reason we have a loop is because we're not quite sure which process have the correct environment variable. So we're just going to loop over 10,000. 10,000 is an arbitrary number that's probably big enough, and it just worked. So this is the actual code that I submitted. So you can see here, this is the same code as we had before. The only small difference is this. Just that's because of how the challenge works. But again, this is the same thing. We're going to loop over all the numbers between 1 and 0 and 10,000. And we're going to see, hey, can we try to read the environment variables? And if it has CTF in it, okay, that's it. We win. And that basically works. So if you run this, you don't need to interact with the second part of the official solution. You could just read the environment variable. Later on, I think it was I think one of the organizers had a comment where you might be able to make it even shorter, and you can make it a one-liner. Instead of looking through all the processes, you could even go for self. If you put the word self here instead of just a number, you go to the process ID itself. So this could work as well. This would be a one-liner. I haven't actually tested this, so it might not work, but I think this could also work. I think that's pretty much all we need for the solution. Yeah, Petron?
Thank you very much, David. We don't have any questions specifically so far, but if you guys have any questions, you can ask David throughout the session tonight. Now, let me bring Steph up. Okay, so our next presenter, right, Steph?
Yes, so we have Eric that might be presenting some of the challenges for tonight's session.
Hi, yes. So welcome everyone. Penny and I wrote 2 challenges for tonight's CTF so that we can try and practice. So for the first challenge, we have New Horizon. So you're giving a file which ends with APK. And there's a hidden file or hidden secret inside this file. Your task is to try to get that data out by using forensic tool for Androids, basically like Android Studio or APK tool. And for the next challenge, you are giving a binary file which potentially would try to print out a flag, but there's some inputs manipulations or stack manipulations you need to do. So just give it a go. And that's it for my 2 challenges.
Yeah, short and easy.
Yes.
Any questions, any things you guys have, please post it on. I can see a couple of people still having issues accessing the Teams. So we're gonna sort it out in the next few minutes. Please stay with us. So we're gonna have a 5 to 10 minutes short break. And so because I can see quite a lot of people started to joining the teams now. So we assigned them the team and we will be back with the game. Please stay tuned. Okay, we are back. This took a bit longer than what I expected. We had quite a few people having access issue and some teams. If you still have some problems, please let us know. You can send a private message or on a Slack, or you can put a comment here. If you are part of one of these newly generated teams, is still having access issue, reply back to one of the emails that was sent to you. Otherwise, I think now is the time. Is almost 6:36, and we are going to start. So make sure you are logged into the CTF, so the ctf.sectalks.org, and soon you will be able to see the first challenge for tonight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Okay.
and that's it. Time up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I think Steph have some summary of the submissions. It was interesting to see.
Yeah, I think we failed a bit on the countdown. There was some delay on my side or on your side. Anyway, thanks everyone for playing. So I don't think any teams got both challenges. I just checked and I couldn't see so. But the first and only solver of the manifesto cipher was compound fractions. So congrats.
Yeah. Congratulations.
We also did have we also messed up a bit with the flag on New Horizon, and there was some confusion on our end. That got fixed a bit through, but we had the correct flag first seen submitted by Cyber Rangers, so good on you. But the first official submission, according to our scoreboard, was Corona tinned. So good work on that as well. And yeah, that was today's CTF. This challenge is gonna be available. We'll try to have them open till next month at least.
Yeah, we will keep them on.
Yeah, so keep on playing till you get both of them if you want. And feel free to send us an email to sydney@sectalks.org when you've finally solved it or solved all the challenges. The same goes if you're keen to write challenges as well. And we're going to reach out to the three teams I mentioned, Compound Fractions, Cyber Rangers, and Corona Tint, about presenting, like to find out who would like to present their solutions next time.
Yeah.
Am I forgetting something?
No, all good. That was all good and great. As I mentioned before, it was the first time we're running this fully online. So please do let us know if there is anything we can improve on, if there is anything we can do it better. Still, we are figuring out what is the best way to do team generation. So this time we try to, do it a bit earlier. But still, we have people who will join and want to play the game once after the session start, and that will sometimes make a delay. We try to do it this time as quick as possible. One thing I may ask, please do not brute force or submit random flags. Some of your submissions were just interesting. Don't do the guess game. Try to solve it. You know which teams I'm referring to. And challenges will be up. If you still not have access to the Slack channel, sydney@sectalks.org, to send an email. We will invite you here. And once again, I want to thank all our sponsors, PwC, Atlassian, SecTeam, and Google. Please do check out the links in the meetup page or Sydney SecTalks website and see what these guys they are offering. And what we are going to do next month, we are still lining up the speaker. If there is anyone you think we should invite to do a talk at SecTalks, please do let us know. Some of the speakers we reached out, they don't have a right setup to do it remotely. So that's why it just makes it a bit difficult for us to find more speakers. If you know anyone, or if you would like to do a talk, please let us know. And we promised late last year that we are going to run a kind of a defensive type workshops, a kind of defensive type talks. And I'm planning to hopefully run the first one next month. And this is that building secure system workshops is a kind of workshops that it's designed to, rather than speaking about how to break different things and how to exploit things, this time around we want to work out how we can make systems secure and put some security controls or defensive programming or secure programming in place. So stay tuned. Hopefully, we're gonna have more news on Other than that, that's all.
Yeah.
Don't have anything to do.
Feel free to join the Slack if you haven't, and continue the CTF there.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Bye. See you next time.
See y'all.